Long ago, deep in the heart of the great African savanna, there lived a mighty lion named Zuba. He was the king of the animal kingdom. His roar shook the earth, and all animals bowed to him. Zuba ruled with strength and wisdom. His wife, Queen Lumi, was calm and quiet. Their 2 young cubs played happily in the tall grass. Life was good. But one year, the rain refused to fall. The rivers dried up. The trees lost their green. Grass turned brown. Hunger came to the land. Animals began to grow thin. Mothers could not feed their children. Even the birds flew far away. At first, King Zuba stayed calm. "We must wait for the rain," he said. "It will come." But days turned to weeks. The hunger grew stronger. Zuba watched his cubs cry from hunger. Queen Lumi grew weak. The king's heart broke. One night, as the moon rose, he stood and said to himself, "If the animals die of hunger, what kind of king am I? If my family dies, what kind of father?" The next morning, Zuba called his guards and walked into the savannah. By sunset, he had killed a young antelope. He dragged the body to his den. His family ate with joy. For the first time in weeks, they slept with full stomachs. But the kingdom was silent. The other animals hid in fear. The lion had eaten one of them. From that day, every week, King Zuba killed an animal to feed his family. The animals cried, but none dared to speak. The lion was keen. His claws were sharp. His teeth were strong. No one wanted to die. Boju the hare ran fast, but even he could not run from fear. Rona the buffalo, strong as he was, stayed hidden during hunting days. Ikan the tortoise, the oldest and wisest, watched everything with sad eyes. Each week, Zuba killed a zebra, a monkey, a gazelle, a porcupine. Sometimes, he left bones at the edge of the bush as warning. The kingdom began to call it the Week of Death. One day, a baby monkey asked his mother, "Mommy, will the lion eat me too?" The mother wept. No one could answer. Ikan the tortoise lived near a dried-up pond. He had seen many kings in his time, but never one who ate his own people. He decided it was time to speak. That night, he invited Boju the hare to his hut made of broken clay pots and dried grass. "Boju," he said slowly, "if we do not stop the lion, he will eat us all." Boju's eyes widened. "But how? He is too strong." Ikan smiled. "Strength does not always win. Sometimes, wisdom leads the way." Boju agreed. They needed help. That same night, Boju ran from one bush to another, whispering to animals, "Meet under the baobab tree tomorrow night. Don't tell the birds. Don't make noise. The king must not know." One by one, animals nodded in silence. The baobab tree stood tall in the middle of the dry land. Its roots were wide, and its trunk was like the body of an elephant. That night, animals gathered in secret. Antelopes with cloth tied around their necks. Monkeys with little clay pots hanging from their backs. Buffaloes with tribal marks cut into their horns. Hares, warthogs, hyenas, even snakes, came quietly. A fire burned in the center. Ikan stepped forward. "My people," he said in his slow, deep voice. "We are dying. Not from hunger alone, but from fear. Every week, the lion takes one of us. We hide like cowards. But we must ask, is he still our king, or has he become our enemy?" The animals murmured. Boju raised his paw. "What do we do?" Ikan looked around. "We cannot kill Zuba directly. But we can touch his heart." "How?" asked Rona the buffalo. "His family," Ikan said. The animals gasped. "Yes," Ikan continued. "When he is away hunting, we strike. We take back what he has taken from us. There was silence. Then slowly, one by one, they nodded. The plan had begun. The next week came. It was the week of death again. Zuba left early to hunt. His strong legs carried him far. He went deep into the forest, searching for meat. But back at the den, the animals moved. Rona the buffalo led the way, his hoofs kicking up dust. Boju the hare carried burning sticks. Ikon the tortoise came last, slow but steady. They reached the lion's den made of sticks and bones. Queen Lumi stood up in shock. "What is this?" she roared. But it was too late. Boju threw a burning stick into the den. Rona charged. Lumi fought, but she was alone. The cubs cried. By sunset, it was done. The lioness and her cubs were dead. The den was burning. The animals cooked their meat over the fire. That night, the kingdom feasted. Some danced. Others wept. It was painful but necessary. Ikon spoke, "A king who eats his people cannot rule them." Zuba returned with a fat warthog in his mouth. He walked proudly, ready to feed his family. But something was wrong. The air smelled of fire. The ground was quiet. He dropped the warthog. He ran. Then he saw it. His den, gone. His queen, gone. His cubs, gone. Burnt bones. Ashes. Blood. Zuba roared so loud the hills shook. He cried like no lion had cried before. He searched all night. But there was nothing left. For days, Zuba wandered the land. He didn't eat. He didn't roar. His eyes turned red. But no animal touched him. Ikon said, "Let him suffer his pain. That is greater than death." One day, Zuba walked into the forest and was never seen again. Some say he died of grief. Others say he lives in shame, hiding from the world. But the kingdom changed. No more week of death. No more fear. The grass grew again. The river returned. The sky brought rain. Animals danced, sang, and lived without fear. Ikon sat under the baobab tree, speaking to the young ones. "Remember," he said, "when a leader becomes a killer, the people will rise. Power is not everything. Even the king must fear the voice of the many." And so, peace returned. But the tale of Zuba the hungry king was told from one generation to another, so that no king would ever forget.